Congratulations, you have now completed the Flappy Bird course. You have an awesome Flappy Bird. I'm going to list out a few extra tasks and a few extra things that you can implement to not only make your version of Flappy Bird even better and make it unique to you, it will also help improve your learning as well. You'll just further your game development skills. So the first thing I think will be awesome will be a audio toggle button on the main menu and game over. Because at the moment when I play, we have sound effects, 3 sound effects to be exact, the wing sound effect, the hit sound effect, and the point sound effect. But maybe I don't want that, and I don't want to turn the volume down on my speakers or on my computer. If you have some sort of audio toggle button that you can press on and off, that would be fantastic, and have it on the game over as well. So that's one thing. Another thing, background music. The original Flappy Bird didn't have background music. There's no reason why yours can't. There's plenty of royalty-free music online, or feel free to create your own awesome piece of music, whack it in there, play it, and share it with me and share it with the world. I'd love to see what you create. Also, multiple high scores, because at the moment, let's say if I just play, I'm going to turn the volume down a bit, and I'm just going to die. At the moment, we have one score, which is the current score that I've just got, which is 0. Obviously, very awesome. And then we have the best score, but maybe you have the feature to have multiple scores. Here, you could just display the best score, and maybe from the main menu, you could have a button to show the other score, like whether it's 5 or 10. You're going to need text files. You could use separate text files, but it'd be good if you put it all in one text file. Google that, have a look on Sonar Learning, you'll get all the information you need. But as usual, if you have questions about that, feel free to reach out and I will assist you. Another thing that would be cool is the ability to enter a name if you get a high score. I think that would be absolutely amazing. So you can just solidify your awesomeness with a cool name like I am awesome. Okay, that's pretty cool. Have a button on the game over for going back to the main menu, because at the moment can't go back. I can only click play and that's it. Also, let me just rerun the application. See, that's an issue with it. Because I don't have a button on the game over to go back to the main menu, I have to rerun it. So it would be good to have a button. Have a button on the main menu to exit the application. Yes, you can exit via this button here, but having some sort of exit is always very good. Another great thing that you could do is add more assets and randomize which assets actually get used on each play. That's something that actually the original Flappy Bird did do. You can go online, try and get those assets, or just create your own, or just add wacky assets in. That's what it's all about, just having fun. So add unlockable assets as well, which are unlocked when a certain score or medal has been achieved. And also have some sort of selection screen so you can select the different unlockables that the player has unlocked. So that would be cool, and you'll probably have that sort of menu that will be accessible. That selection menu should be accessible. I would say it should be accessible via the main menu over here. Also, another cool thing that you could have is a pause button on the game state and, well, pause the game. So I think that would be a pretty cool thing. You could have an actual new state for that. That will be a pause state, and that's where, if I go to the code and go to, for example, main menu state, where we click and we go to a new state we've passed in true, which overwrites the current state. This is where you would actually pass in false, because you would only want to halt the current execution and drawing of the current state and add a new state, which would be the pause state. So that's an example of what you can do with that. So also play around with the definitions to see what can be achieved and change the game properties. Because if I go to the definitions header file, there's a bunch of definitions for stuff like the speed, the animation duration, gravity. Mess around with these values, like really go to the extreme, change them up, and just see what sort of wacky game you can create. Also, go through the application and see if you can figure out anything else that could be abstracted and should be abstracted into the definitions file. When I say go through the application, I mean through the code. So go in here and think, okay, maybe this should be abstracted or this should be in this area. Just try and improve it. Just try your best to just make it the best Flappy Bird and the best coded application you can. Another cool thing will be a local two-player multiplayer. So maybe one person could use a mouse, another person could use a keyboard, and that moves on to my next little thing that you could implement, keyboard support. You could have maybe the spacebar to move up, or actually that's really all needed, the spacebar, and yeah, maybe arrows to change the different, select one of the menu items on the different states. Another cool thing will be joystick or gamepad support, which SFML does support. Just be a really cool thing. Now, here's the really tricky one. Try achieving 100 and getting the platinum medal. No, I don't want you to go to definitions and just change platinum to something like 10, for example. I want you to actually try and achieve 100. And then finally, share with your friends and see how good they are. And make sure you beat your friends. So that is it for this course. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and post them on my educational platform, sonarlearning.co.uk. If you want to check out the source code, feel free. I encourage you to do it. There will be a link to GitHub with this part of the course. And as usual, thank you for watching and keep on flapping.